So this is gonna be a bit of a fun one today. I've always loved the everyday carry videos, and I figured I'd make one. I made a post probably about a month, 2 months ago. This is gonna elaborate on that post a little bit, and I mean, if this interests you, cool. If not, then we'll see you in the next one. But so what I carry around on a daily basis, this little guy here. It's an City Sling. This is the first gen, not the second gen. They actually just came out with a new one. I always buy things like 5 days before they come out with the next generation. Did it with my drone, did it with this too. But no, this is a great, what I'd call a pocket reliever sling bag. And I carry it around literally everywhere I go. Anybody that knows me knows that I carry it around everywhere. It's kind of like, it's understated, it's not in your face, I love it. So I'll go through the pockets very quickly and just kind of talk about everything that I carry around, and we'll take it from there. Front pocket, I just keep like keys, stuff for my condo and everything. It's not really interesting, so we'll go to the main pocket, and there's actually like quite a bit of organization in there. Let's see if I can show you that. There's quite a bit of stuff in there. So let's start from back to front. First things first, Kindle. Well, this is actually a Kobo, and I recommend the Kobo over the Kindle because of various reasons. One being the formatting of the things that you can read on it, and you're not locked into a Kindle ecosystem. So I love this thing. I take it around pretty much everywhere that I go. And I got a pack of business cards. So if you're buying or selling a home in the Edmonton area, give us a call, Revere. I got my Slim wallet here, and this is, I think, a Ridge wallet clone. It was like $17 on Amazon, I want to say. It has held up substantially. I've never had to do really anything to it. It just works. It fits probably, I want to say, about 10 cards in it. And I got, just regular stuff in there. So it has a money clip on the back too. Never use it. Hand sanitizer, obvious reasons. This is a fun one. So I love earbuds and I love listening to music. I actually just purchased some in-ear monitors because I'm going down the audiophile rabbit hole. But for working in the gym and stuff, I don't really want wires. So these are the OnePlus Buds Z. But yeah, these are really awesome AirPod replacements. I could never justify buying AirPods, so these are like 65 bucks compared to whatever AirPods are. I don't even know. So one thing I always carry is a notebook, and it's not to like write out my ideas or anything like that, although I do very seldom do that. It's for taking notes in meetings. There's nothing more rude than somebody sitting across from you and taking notes on a phone. So I've brought a notebook into my life because if somebody says something and I want to note it down or something, I don't want to be pulling out my phone and taking notes and stuff. I think it's super rude. So got a pen with that, notebook, and I love taking notes when I'm talking to people. Helps me remember things. It helps me contextually put things in a row and go back and revisit things in the future. I love it. Beard comb. This thing is so outrageously awesome. I use it all the time, and it is buttery smooth. It is the Chicago Comb Company #1. Has the little finger hole and everything. Twirl it around. I use this thing all the time. I know it's hilarious, but I love it. I always carry around Multitool. You don't realize how much you use these things until you start carrying one around. Like, the pliers alone have gotten so much use on this. I actually don't have a set of normal pliers, I don't think. These are needle nose, regular. They even have wire strippers on them. This is the Leatherman Wave, I believe. And it is a phenomenal piece of kit. I love this thing. It goes around with me everywhere I go, unless I'm going on an airplane. I go on an airplane because of the various saws and knives on it. So you can see that. I don't really carry around a pocket knife anymore because the knife on this thing is so good. And then on top of that, to top it all off, there's, I don't know what Leatherman does, but this little bit, the screwdriver on this thing, it's a Phillips, but it fits nearly every screw. And I heard that on somebody else's video and I was like, I don't know. I've used it on flat heads, I've used it on Robinson, I've used it on everything. And it's just the right size for most things too. I don't know how they engineered it. It's amazing. Top that off, there's a bottle opener. I've lent this thing out to so many different people, just open bottles, seriously. So I use this thing all the time. Lighter, it's a Zippo with a butane insert. I don't smoke, but this is a conversation starter. If somebody asks me for a lighter, I have one, and sometimes it leads a conversation. I've been carrying around a lighter for 6, 7, 8 years now, just because, why not? What else we got in here? Earpiece. So this is I think it's a Plantronics earpiece to look like a Uber driver when you're out in public. I don't like holding my phone up to my head when I'm having conversations, and this thing alleviates that. It gives me my hand so I can make notes and type and whatever while I'm on the phone. I love it. I don't care if I look stupid with it. And I've never lost that thing. People talk about losing it all the time. I don't know, I must have luck or something. This is a SanDisk Extreme Pro. And I carry this thing around for transfer of files. Whenever somebody, hey, you want that movie? I don't even know. You want that Linux ISO? Here you go. Boop, into the other computer, and it's so fast, and some things are just better transferred with this. I mean, I keep various information that if I'm in a pinch, I'll have it, and this is, like, it's encrypted, so it's not like if somebody steals this, they've got my life, but very nice to have. Coffee break here. I don't know what else we got in here. That's almost everything. Flashlight. Carry this, I think this is a Streamlight ProTac. This thing is bright as all hell. It's amazing. I use this all the time. I used to carry around a smaller flashlight, but I wanted something that's a little bit more, in the hand, feels good. It's got different modes on it. You can cause somebody to have seizures with that function. I hate it, but all I really want is, a light. So it's phenomenal light, not very expensive. So if you lose it or it breaks, it's not a big deal. And that is pretty much everything for the bag. I usually carry my phone in the back pocket. So that is a Google Pixel 5 running Calyx OS. And if you know, then you know. I might do a tutorial on how to install Calyx on Google Pixel phones, because I think that people using these open source ROMs is a real good way to kind of foray yourself into the world of privacy and security and ultimately your freedom. So I love it. This thing, you can still use the Google camera rather on it. So it takes real good photos. And I'm talking like better than this thing that I'm shooting on photos sometimes. The software in it is really good, but I will add a caveat. The video on it is lacking. I think that I used to have an iPhone. The video on the iPhone was much better. But other than that, like, I've customized the absolute heck out of it. It just does the job. It's a phone and I love it. So yeah, that's pretty much what I carry around on a daily basis. But what I want you to do is in the comments, tell me about something that you carry around, and maybe give me some ideas, because I still got a little bit of room in this thing, but as it falls to the ground. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.